I want to welcome you to another episode of Media from the Heart. Very special episode. My name is Ruth Hill, and I am your host. What makes this episode so special is, well, I could say, well, it's been a lifelong dream to interview Emmanuelle Vaugier. Sometimes it seems like it's wanted to interview her for so long, and I've had this desire, and I've admired her from afar. And to actually have her on my program, that is a dream come true. There is no doubt in the world about it. Emmanuelle is gorgeous, vivacious, talented, and has made the most amazing movies and shows. I wanted to be sure, because we didn't have a whole lot of time when she came on my program, I wanted to be sure to read a little bit of her bio. I'm not going to read absolutely everything, but just to give you a taste of who she is. Emmanuelle Vaugier is a versatile actor who simply sizzles when it comes to portraying those feisty female leads who like to stir things up a bit. She was in Mistresses. She may be best known for her popular role as Charlie Sheen's ex-fiancée Mia on the award-winning CBS comedy 2.5 Men. And for 3 seasons, she also played Detective Jessica Angel on CSI NY, leaving fans devastated when her role came to an end. She was on Covert Affairs, The Mentalist, Master of Horrors, Veronica Mars, Smallville. Vaugier's feature film endeavors are impressive. Her credits include Saw 2, Saw 4, Secondhand Lions with Michael Caine and Robert Duvall, 40 Days and 40 Nights with Josh Hartnett, to name a few. One of the roles that Emmanuelle connected most with was playing a woman who rescues animals in Susie's Hope, a role for which she won Best Actress at the Greensville International Film Festival. It's Christmas Carol, another starring role for Emmanuelle opposite Carrie Fisher, won her a Leo Award. Emmanuelle also stars in Absolute Deception alongside Cuba Gooding Jr. Off-screen, Emmanuelle is an avid animal lover. A project that is very close to her heart is her own 501c3 charitable foundation, the Fluffball, which raises money for various animal charities throughout her annual cocktail event. A dedicated equestrian, Emmanuelle competes on a horse rescued from a situation of neglect. Emmanuelle paints to express her creativity and contributes a major portion of her sales to the many charitable animal rescue organizations she supports. You might know her from the movie that she did with Luke Perry, Love in Paradise at Hallmark. We'll talk about that a little bit. And what really impressed me was the way that she was able to get in and answer the questions so skillfully and with such authenticity in spite of the short time that we had together. And you'll notice her sense of humor. I left a really great part in this interview that I remember at the time I was just so fascinated and amazed and enthralled with the way that she handled the situation. So you'll see that. It's very small, but trust me, quite important, and it stood out to me. So please sit back and enjoy my short but amazingly incredible interview with Emmanuelle Vaugier. Enjoy. Well, I want to welcome you to a very special episode of Media from the Heart. My name is Ruth Hill, and I am your host. And today I have the unbelievable, amazing, talented woman, Emmanuelle Vaugier. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to have you here. I have been a huge fan for several years. And so thank you so much for being here, Emmanuelle.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
I'm so glad. So where I first know you and where some of my listeners and viewers are going to know you from is Hallmark. That's actually was my introduction to you. The movie you did with Luke Perry was my introduction to you. And so Love in Paradise, yeah, that movie. But I know that you did some other Hallmark work before this, isn't that right?
Yes, I did a movie with Carrie Fisher, which was a Christmas movie. It's Christmas Carol, and which was sort of a female spin on the Scrooge, basically. Mm-hmm. I played the female version of Scrooge, and she played my ghost. And then the third being the one that is coming out next month.
Oh, yes. And you are going to be playing opposite a very well-known Hallmark actor. For those who know When Calls the Heart, they are going to know Kavan Smith. Isn't that who your co-star is?
Yes.
Yes. Now, had you ever met Kavan before you worked with him on this movie?
No, I mean, I knew who he was. I'd heard his name a million times. I mean, he's a well-known Canadian actor, and I'd heard lovely things about him, but we'd never gotten a chance to work together. So this was the first time that I'd met him, and then got to work with him, and he's amazing, a lot of fun.
Right. So can you tell us about this movie that's coming out on Hallmark very, very soon? Very special movie. What can you tell us about it?
Basically, I play a character from New York. Her name's Tara Kendall, and she is going through a bit of a nasty divorce, and she has a stepdaughter that's sort of in the middle of it. And so she decides to take some time that she's very attached to, and decides to take some time away from New York and away from her stepdaughter and her ex-husband, who's now with a new woman who's trying to bond with the child. And I keep kind of getting in the way. I decided to go back to Montana, where I went to horse camp, and the story sort of unravels from there. Just to ground myself, go to the countryside, and just kind of take some time for me.
Okay. So are there is there a really like special, like behind the scenes moment for you, something that was really special about this movie for you?
Getting to work with horses and animals in general. I mean, like, I love horses. I have a horse of my own, obviously, and or not obviously. Some people might not know that. And what was actually really incredible, a cool little sort of behind the scenes tidbit was the horse that I ride in this movie is the same horse I rode with Luke Perry in that movie. So,
Wow.
the chestnut, and it's a chestnut gelding, and his name is Jazzy, and he was actually one of Luke's favorite to ride. He was just an incredible horse, and I get to ride him again. So it's like, and oh, what was that? That's Luke. Going, hey, I'm here. And it's a chestnut gelding, which I have a chestnut mare. So
Yeah.
all little tidbits that are kind of cool.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really exciting. And actually, one of the other things that I know about you that I so appreciate is you're very active in animal charities. In fact, the Fluffball, isn't that what it's called?
Yes. So I have a foundation, a 501c3 called the Fluffball, and we're incorporated to operate inside the United States at the moment, which I'm working on branching that out to other countries, because that would be in Canada. It'd be great to be able to do stuff here, but we got to do all the steps according to the rules. But yeah, we basically, up until the pandemic, we were throwing an event every year to raise money and awareness for different animal charities. So what I love is being able to it's not just one animal charity. We can, every year we can support a different charity that does great work, and especially focus on the smaller charities that maybe don't get as much attention as the big ones that have a lot of funding.
Exactly. And actually, I actually have been a part of watching. I think it's actually because of all this work that you've done with animal charities. That's when I really began to realize. I mean, I saw you in Hallmark, but then I saw you doing all this, and I actually have jumped in. And I was just telling my virtual audience how I still have this shirt that I bought through one of your fundraisers.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's awesome. I love hearing that.
Yeah, I gave it to my daughter for a while, and then she gave it back to me, and I was like, oh, and so she actually kind of knows who you are because of that. My daughter is 19 right now, but she actually kind of has an idea of who you are because of that charity, because we are passionate about animals. We live in the country. We live on 5 acres, so we're very passionate about animals. So I'm so thrilled that you use your platform for things like that. And I believe you also isn't there a makeup line that you're also a part of?
So Isadora is a company that we had a partnership for a period of time where I did some stuff for them, and yeah, they're a great company. They're cruelty free and all those things. So it was a natural sort of alignment with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So, Paula, I know you have a question. Would you like to come on and ask a question really fast to Emmanuelle here?
Hi, Paula.
I'm not very good. Hello. I have to talk fast because I had like 3 pages of questions, and I'm not from your. I always start out by saying I'm not from your world, or I'm not from Ruth's world. I'm just looking in on you, and I don't know if you could just give it me a little bit of how you started. I mean, did you go right from high school into college, or was acting always something you wanted to do, or something else, or?
Acting was always something I like. In second grade, I did a school play where I was an understudy, and one night it was like a Christmas pageant type thing, and I think it was like the part of a narrator angel or something. Just like I had like 3 lines, and the girl that for a couple of nights got sick, and so I got to fill in. I was so excited, and I just had the time of my life just being out there on stage, and it was so exciting to me, and that's where it started. And then I just did school plays and things throughout high school and through school. And in high school, I had the opportunity to go overseas to model in Japan, so I did that. And basically, for my 11th and 12th year, I traveled back and forth from overseas and did courses. We were on a semester system, so I front loaded all of my courses into the first semester and would travel for the second semester. So I graduated a year early doing that, and then decided to stay put and do what I really loved to do, which was acting. But the modeling thing, I couldn't pass that up, to be able to travel the world and make money and sort of set myself up to be able to kind of take the time to take classes and do all that stuff to pursue acting. And that's when I sort of stayed put and did that. I didn't do the traditional college route or anything like that.
Oh, wow. Have you thought of? I mean, I have questions about movies, but have you ever thought, if I can't do movie acting any longer, do you have something that you also like, or a backup, that not a backup because you're very, you've done a lot, but of something else that interests you?
Not really. I mean, as far as I think it would be somewhere in the industry in some capacity, whether it's helping more behind the scenes and creating, writing, producing. I've never really been one that wanted to direct necessarily. People have asked me that before, and I it's not been something that I'm super passionate about doing or super interested in. I have a huge respect for what directors do, because they are there all the time and long before and long after everyone else is gone. So my interests lie more in the producing end of things and finding properties and things like that. I think I would, but it would still be within the bounds of the industry of what I know.
You are very lucky. I mean, when I saw the list of all the different movies. Okay. What you play in different types: science fiction, thrillers, comedies, emotional ones, rom-com. Is there a preference? I mean, that you, or it doesn't matter?
Well, I mean, each comes with its own kind of baggage, shall we say, and difficulties, and also rewards. I like that I've been able to dabble in a bit of everything and have the variety in my career. When it comes to what do I prefer doing, I mean, I love doing the sitcom world. Was so much fun for me, and that happened later in my career. I love doing the Hallmark movies, because they're always very wholesome and sweet, and it's something that everyone can watch with their families, and it kind of transcends, like it just reaches so many households and people in different ways. And I can't tell you the amount of people that I'm just shocked, like biker dudes with big burly like scary looking guys that are like, I love Hallmark. And that just makes me so happy.
You played in quite a few dark movies, and I actually used the word baggage when I wrote my notices. Can you walk away from it, or do you carry that home with you? How do you just break away from. Some of them were really scary that I couldn't even watch the trailers. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it stays with you and lingers a little bit. Like I've learned to sort of be able to let it go a bit more easily, as the years went on. But there were times where it would take me like several weeks to like a month to shake, just the energy and the baggage from that. But I've picked up things to help me through that, meditation being one of them. And being with the horses is also very helpful. So
yeah, you were lucky to be with many actors and actresses like in Five Wives. My goodness, you were with Rodney Dangerfield and Jerry Stiller and Andrew Dice Clay, and Molly Shannon, and then Dean Cain is my favorite. One of my favorite ones, and you were in The Nanny for Christmas in that one.
he's a handsome devil, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Carrie Fisher in the Christmas Carol. I mean, I watch any Carol movie I can watch. I love Scrooge and the whole concept. And I watched you several times in that one, and Shelley Long in The Wedding Chapel. I mean, you have to pinch yourself. I mean, it just really have been so many really good actors. Is there one person you still would like to have a chance to work with?
Ooh, oh, there are many, many. Robert Downey Jr., Meryl Streep, Brad Pitt would be, although I hear that he's quitting the business now. How dare
no.
he? And oh gosh, like Tom Cruise. I just saw the new Top Gun, and I was like, oh my gosh, like he is a machine. That guy, like he's good. Like, and he just, yeah, I admire his work ethic because he's got that what he does requires 1,000% of his entire being, because you have no outside life when you do what he's doing. It's like, wow. And he does it well.
You have to come back. I gotta hope.
I'll come back.
If you could be in an old classic, if you get the choice to be in an old classic movie, what would it be?
Ooh, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That or I mean, I loved watching Annie when I was a kid, but I no, The Wizard of Oz would be lots of fun. And like that being that I could like sing and things like that would also be helpful. Sing well. I'm just saying, sing really well.
Okay, I had that on one of my questions. Do you sing?
Yeah, no, I like to sing, but I don't.
Yeah.
You'll ask anyone that's heard me sing, and they're probably like, "Yeah, not so much." But she loves it.
I'm so honored that I was able to ask you questions, and you have to come back because I got a page.
Absolutely. I would be happy to.
All right, thank you. So, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Paula. All right, so as we wrap things up, and thank you, Emmanuelle, for your time. I really do appreciate it. So to wrap things up, I know we have this Hallmark movie. Which could you remind me of what the name of the Hallmark movie is? I know I could look at my notes.
Big Sky River.
Big Sky River. I knew it was something like that. I didn't want to mess it up, so thank you. Okay, so Big Sky River. I know it's August 7th here in the States on Hallmark, and then is it the following week in Canada?
It is on W Network on August 12th.
Okay. So almost, yeah. So almost.
Yes, I think it's on August 12th is the on W Network in Canada.
Perfect. And do you have anything else that you want to be sure to mention as far as any other works that we can see you in that are either coming up or currently out?
At the moment, no. I'm sort of focusing on this, and then and also I'm hoping to be able to announce something new for the Fluffball for 2023. So the fluffball.com is where we will post, and also our Twitter, the Fluffball, and Instagram, the Fluffball event. We'll keep people up to date once we have more information. But I'm really looking forward to getting things going again, because it's been too long. We've been doing some online stuff, but it's time for an in-person event and to have that energy and that fun again, and to raise lots of money for animals.
There you go. All right. Well, that sounds awesome. We will certainly we'll be tuning in to Big Sky River. And then we'll be watching out for Fluffball because I love all your updates. I get your updates and I will keep watching because I'm excited whatever you're going to announce. So.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And thank you again for having me. Sorry we didn't have more time.
No. It's all right. I'm glad that you're a busy woman, and I just appreciate that you took any time for me. And this is a dream. I've wanted to chat with you for years. So thank you.
Oh, well,
Awesome.
Thank you. That's very flattering. And thank you. And thank you for making the time for me. I know you have a busy schedule as well. So, but we made it happen.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much. And bye, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys. Thanks for coming.
All right, thanks. All right, thanks.
Well, how's that for a dream come true? I mean, does it get any better than Emmanuelle Vaugier on my show? A woman I've admired for years through her charity work, her movies. She is vivacious. She is stunning. I literally cannot take my eyes off the woman when she's on the screen. And now we're going to see her on Hallmark again, Big Sky River, and she came on my program. I am truly honored. The woman is a legend as far as I'm concerned. And just the way that she conducted herself, the way that she answered questions, the authenticity, the inspiration, the kindness, the professionalism, and she's so versatile. I mean, I can hardly wait to see her in more movies, more shows. I feel like, although she's been in the business for a while, she's just getting started as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I just think this woman has so many great things that are going to be coming up, and I can hardly wait to be a part of them. Because in watching what she does and getting to support her, I feel like I have a vested interest in her career. I really do feel that way. And I believe that's the way we should always feel. And when it comes to these actors and actresses that we admire, the people behind the scenes, we really feel like we become a part of their world. And that's what she has invited all of us to do. The way that she interacted with the fans, the way that she just got in and she never looked like she was in a hurry, although I knew that we only had a short period of time. So I just want to thank all of you for tuning in to this episode. I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts, or if you're watching or listening on YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe. I really would appreciate it. You guys have made my dreams come true with this podcast. I mean, yeah, Emmanuelle is my guest, but trust me, I realize that without you guys, without my virtual audience, my listeners, my subscribers, this program would not exist. You guys have made it what it is. And I cannot tell you that when I hear about how much my guests enjoy my people, my audience, it makes it so worthwhile. So please join the Facebook group if you haven't. Love to have you come and be a part of one of the recordings. No matter what you do today, take some time for yourself. Breathe in the fresh air. Enjoy where you are. Enjoy some special moments. And if this makes you smile, let me know. I love all of you. God bless you. And have a great rest of your week. Bye for now.